Food. Many of us love food and have a great variety of it to choose from. It's essential to our survival. But what do we actually know about food? Let's take a look at the following. Different categories of food. What is a good food? What is a bad food? And then, how to actually improve your diet. Fats. Fats generally are the tastiest of foods. When we cover food in fat, it tastes so much better. Take the case of meat. Most people wouldn't really like meat as much, or even at all, if the fat was completely removed and it was close to being a pure protein. However, there are different types of fats. There are good fats and there are bad fats. And unfortunately, most people tend to prefer eating the bad fats. So, what are the bad fats then? Look at the following foods. If any of these foods are present in your diet, then these are examples of bad fats. Unfortunately, I'm guilty of having some of these present in my diet myself. They do taste good. However, bad fats are broken down by your body in a different way to the way that good fats are. These bad fats are known as trans fats or hydrogenated fats. When your body breaks down bad fat, it uses less energy than it would compared to if it was breaking down carbohydrates or proteins, therefore leading to weight gain. Does this mean we should remove fat completely from our diets? Definitely not. We should aim to reduce the bad trans fats, such as those found in pizzas and donuts. However, good fats, like the fats found in nuts, are actually essential for normal hormonal functionality. Removing all of these would actually cause damage to our bodies. So, you want to cut down on the bad fats and take more of the good fats. Now let's talk about protein. Protein is used to build up and repair damaged cells. It's used for growth. The more protein in your diet, the more you can grow. Protein is usually associated with weightlifting, bodybuilding, and other forms of exercise and muscular growth. However, protein can also be used to increase weight loss whilst maintaining muscle tissue. Proteins require the most energy to be broken down by your body, and therefore, having a high protein diet is more likely to result in a smaller weight gain in comparison to a high fat or a high carb diet. This is because of a process known as thermogenesis. Thermogenesis is the production of heat in the body. Eating foods high in protein, such as fish, meat, beans and lentils, causes your body to use more calories to digest the food due to this thermogenic process. By increasing the quantity of protein in your diet, you can both maintain muscle and lose weight. Carbohydrate, aka carbs. We need carbs in our diet because they are the first source of energy our body uses. Without carbs, our body would need to use protein or fat as an energy source, and in the first case, this would result in the breakdown of muscle tissue. Essentially, our body would be using our own muscles as fuel. There are two different types of carbs. The two types are called simple and complex. Simple carbs are foods such as white bread, white rice, honey and fruits. Although honey and fruits aren't as bad as some of the other simple carbohydrates. In other words, foods that are high in sugar and low in fiber are regarded as simple carbs. Simple carbs aren't very good for your body. This is due to the way they affect blood sugar levels. Simple carbs cause a large increase in blood sugar levels, sustained for a short time period. Then, your blood sugar levels quickly decrease. This is not good. Complex carbs, on the other hand, have a much better effect They steadily increase your blood sugar levels and maintain this level more for a longer time period, which is better for your body. Complex carbs are foods that are low in sugar and high in fibre. Some examples include whole grain bread, brown rice, and many forms of beans and lentils. Taking more complex carbs in your diet will have a much better effect on your body than consuming simple carbs, and this is due to the way your body digests them. Now let's talk about good and bad foods. First, what is a good food? Well, this is an easy one. Good food is food that makes your plate look nice and colourful, but most people don't actually eat it. For example, lettuce, broccoli, spinach and kale are all good foods, but how many people actually eat them? The next time you're at a restaurant, take a look round and see how many people don't eat their vegetables. A food can be considered good if it is low in sugar, low in saturated fat, doesn't contain artificial colours or flavourings, and doesn't contain any hydrogenated fats. Good food examples include whole wheat bread, brown rice, whole grain pasta, nuts, seeds, and leafy vegetables. So now let's define what a bad food is. This is another easy one. A food is bad if it tastes good. Think about it. Fast foods, foods high in sugar, and those that contain artificial flavours all taste pretty great, let's be honest. However, we all know that they are bad for us. Examples of bad foods include white bread, white rice, white sugar, donuts, pizza, and cake. If any of those foods are in your diet, then throw them out the window. Just kidding. But think about cutting them down, or removing them completely if you can. So how do I change and improve my diet? First of all, make small changes. Big changes make a diet more difficult to stick to. Point number 2. Remove as many bad foods as you can. Cut down on simple carbs, such as white bread, and also cut down on bad fats, such as donuts and other hydrogenated fats. Consume more good foods. Take more good carbs, such as grains and seeds, which are also a good source of protein. And try to consume more good fats instead of the bad fats. Make a mealtime plan. If you know what you're going to eat at meals, then it will remove the difficult choice and temptation between good and bad foods. Finally, be realistic. Cutting out all bad foods from your diet all at once may seem like a good idea, but in the long term, you might not be able to stick to it, and eventually go back to a bad diet. You want to get into the habit of eating good food and making small, gradual changes which will help in forming good habits. I hope you found this video interesting, and if you found it helpful, please consider leaving a like. I am interested in hearing how you will change your diet, so feel free to leave a comment. And thanks for watching.